Hey, so today I'm going to be installing the screen swivel mount for my Model Y Performance. I've never installed anything like this before, however, it should be pretty straightforward. So I'm going to show you guys my installation process, the final result, and whether or not it's actually worth buying. Because I did spend my own money on this, but I was able to get you guys a 20% discount code that I'm going to put in the description below. So if you did want to buy this or anything else from Hansshow, make sure to click the link in the description, or make sure to use code HADDY20 when you're checking out for 20% off your order. So yeah, let's get into the installation of this. I'm very excited to see how this turns out. So this is what the standard screen looks like before. It's just straight, and what I've noticed so far that when I'm driving and I try to reach these lower corners of the screen, it is a bit of a reach and it does distract me a little bit. So I'm hoping that fixes my issue if this is just tilted a bit more and pulled out more towards my side. So I'm hoping that fixes my issue. So let's get into the installation. When you open the box, you get an installation manual and an installation video. And this product is actually meant for the Model 3 Highland and the Model Y Juniper. So if you have either one of those cars, this mount will work for you. And then you also get this manual with pictures showing you step by step on what to do and how to install this. And then the next part is the mount itself. So I'm going to take this out of the bag. So the mount is only these 4 pieces, and they give you all the tools you need to fully install this. They give you, I believe this is a 10mm. They give you Allen wrenches, the 2 screws you need, and they give you this pry tool, and you'll see what that's used for in a second. So I'm going to start off by following this manual, and if I need more help, I'll scan that QR code. So step 1 in all of this is you want to make sure you go down here to safety, and I believe it's somewhere here to just shut off, power off right here. So you're just going to click power off right here, just so the screen is off. You're not really messing with anything when you're unplugging all these cables down here. So the first step is using this included pry tool right up in here. Sorry, I can't see it. I'm looking at it through the camera. So it should be easy to just remove like this. And yeah, it's already coming off. Oh, my bad. So yep, there you go. It's already coming off. Let me get this side as well. Nice, that was much easier than I thought it would be. Once you pry this off, you want to be careful because there is a cable here connected to this temperature sensor. So you're going to want to get this removed, the cable first, then unscrewing the temperature sensor from this bracket, because we do have another bracket that's included that we're going to be replacing this with. So yeah, firstly, get this cable out. So yeah, there should be like a little push tab. I'm just struggling to show you guys and do it at the same time. There's a little push tab, and then you just pull it out. So I don't really have the nails for this, so I'm going to try prying it out with the pry tool. Not prying it out, but just pushing that clip in so I can remove the cable. I'm hearing it click, so I am pushing it down. Then I just pull up. So it's actually pretty hard to get that cable out. I was expecting it to be easier. So I'm just going to unscrew the temperature sensor first and then unplug it, because it's pretty hard to get out of there. So I'm going to unscrew this first. And it's super easy to unscrew. You're just using the tool that is included in the box. Just want to get both sides. There are 2 screws, 1 screw on each side. So super simple. Just unscrew those, and I think it'll be easier for me to remove that cable now that that's gone. Let me try again. There you go. I got it finally, bro. That took me like 5 minutes just to get this piece out. So we're gonna put this temperature sensor on the side now, because we are gonna use it when we're reinstalling everything. So the next step after removing this cable is to remove these 2 10mm bolts. One is up here and one is up here. You can use the included tool, but I'm just gonna be using this. I had it laying around in the garage, and it just makes the job much easier. So if you have one of these, get the 10mm, and that'll fit these bolts, and it just makes the job easier. So I'm using this extender piece, and you're just gonna twist it like this. Took me a few minutes to get to this point because I kept twisting it the wrong way, but now that we're here, it should be easy as this to just come out. So I used the longer one when I was trying to get like the bulk, the like really hard part out of the way, and then I used the shorter one just to get that, just to continue screwing it off. And this is also okay. And now just getting the screw out. So now the screen isn't bolted onto the car anymore, so now the next step is to just pull it off and set it down. So for this next step, I have seen people recommend that you put a towel down here just to set the screen on, because what we're going to be doing next is pulling the screen off and then setting it down here to continue removing all the wires that are connected to it. So I'm going to set you guys down here. So I have heard that it's hard, and you just want to be very careful when you're pulling it out. You don't want to really pull too hard, but yeah, there you go, because there are cables connected to it. So yeah, that came out pretty easily for me. You just kind of want to set this down. So I can't really set it down yet because the cables are still connected to it, and they're very short cables, so they don't pull. So the next step is a bit hard to show you from this angle without me like messing up the cables, but there are 2 screws, one right there and one on the other side over here, that you do have to remove. So I believe they're called torque screws. It is included in the bag as well. So I'm going to be using that tool to get this piece off so we can access the wires. So I believe that's it. Yeah, there's that screw. Oh, I dropped it on the floor, but should be fine. Now that that's off, we can just slide this up a little bit and access these wires down here. So these are the two cables that we need to install. There's a clip here that you have to push in when you're pulling out, and then also a clip here. So yeah, it looks pretty simple. Let me do that now. So there's the gray one removed, and then now the purple one. So now that those two are removed, you can slide this bracket piece out. So now the screen is fully detached. Now you have these three cables here. The next step is installing the actual swivel mount. So this is L to show that this goes on the left side. So you just slide this in over here. Nice. Okay, so now that's in. So then the next step in this is to reinstall those 10mm bolts. So just screw this in a little bit, and then I'll tighten it in a second. And then the left side as well. Now you want to tighten these, and you want to make sure these are tight. You don't want your screen falling. So that's, yep, that's pretty tight. Just this side as well. Yeah, so this is not going anywhere. Okay, great. So next step is putting in this new bracket. This is the old one, so I'm gonna put this one on the side, and this is the new one. So this is what it's gonna look like. You just put the cables through here, and then it should just slide in like this. So it is a bit of a tight squeeze, but you just want to slide this in. So now the rest of the steps going forward is basically just doing everything in reverse. So you're just gonna slide in these two cables. You're gonna leave this one on the outside, slide these two in, and we're gonna move the screen closer. Want to make sure that that towel is covering all this, so the screen isn't getting damaged at all. So yeah, just slide in these two cables, move the screen up a bit, and just install it the same way that you unplugged it. You're gonna plug in the purple one and then the gray one. So I hope this is a better angle of this. All I did was plug in the purple and the gray, and then slid in this onto here. And then we're gonna use the same screws that we removed earlier and put them in here, one here, one here. So these two Torx screws just slide right in and screw in. There you go, those are in there, and then you're just gonna tighten them up. So now that this is installed, we're basically almost done. We're just gonna slide this part into here. I'm gonna try and get an angle of that. I'm trying to get a good angle of this, but you just kind of slide this into there. So I'm trying to get a good angle of this on the camera for you guys to see, but you kind of just slide this into the here. There you go. Got that in there. I want to try and make this as straight as possible for now. So now that that's in there, we're going to use these two screws right here that are included in the box. So these just slide up in here like this. And then the other side as well. And then just use the included Allen wrench to screw these, to continue screwing this in. So I just finished bolting those two in. That's what that looks like. So the next and I believe final step is just getting this temperature sensor back in, and that's it. For the temperature sensor, we're going to be using this piece. You just put the temperature sensor in this way. There's only one way it can go in. And then grab the two bolts that you removed with earlier and screw those back in. So now that the temperature sensor is screwed back in, you're just going to get the cable from before and simply plug it in. And now you just want to slide this up into these little clips. So once this piece is all clipped in, that's it. That's the entire install. So I know the screen is a bit dirty now, but here we go. The screen tilts left, right, up, down. So everything's working. Screen is back on. So yeah, the screen looks great. Wow, I actually wasn't expecting it to make this much of a difference. So if my passenger wanted to look at something, twist it to their side. And when I'm driving, I'll tilt it to my side. You can tilt it up and down to avoid any glare. Although I do have a matte screen protector, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. My main thing is when I'm sitting, it was pretty annoying, as I mentioned before, to reach onto the right side of the screen. You know, I don't have to like reach over to press anything. And as I was doing the installation, my seat's fully reclined and I'm already that close. So that's actually pretty nice. I like it a lot. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Before I bought this, I watched a bunch of reviews and videos, and people always mentioned that once they installed this, they couldn't go back to a Tesla without one. And I guess it makes that big of a difference. So far, I mean, it's very cool that now the screen is tilted, I have easy access to this side. Before, when it was like straight and like this, I had to like kind of reach over a bit, and it's just overall more convenient. Like, I think it looks cooler, the fact that the screen is pointing towards me now, like while I'm driving. So again, if you're interested in getting one for yourself, I managed to get you guys a 20% discount code that you can either use by clicking the link below for Hansshow or using code HADDY20 at checkout. So this fits on all trims of the Model 3 Highland and the Model Y Juniper. So no matter which one you have, this will be compatible with it. So I will be making a follow-up video coming up soon on this and of all the accessories that I purchased for the car. If you were paying attention to this video, you might have seen some of them, like the white wireless charger pad, the white center console, some of the blue lights that I got going on. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get a notification once that video is posted. And I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like on the video and comment down below what you think of this accessory and if you'd purchase it for your own vehicle. Thank you for watching and have a good day.